Hey, what's up everyone, Journeyman here and welcome back to We March On. In today's video we take on Roma in the first and second leg of the Europa League second knockout round. So obviously we are approaching the very end of the season now. There's been 2 games since the last episode and today we took on Man City. It was a 0-0 draw, actually a pretty respectable result, be honest with you. Man City dominated most of the game. We got lucky to get away with a draw and then we lost 3-0 against Chelsea at home. A little unlucky, be honest with you. They scored 3 kind of lucky goals, and unfortunately we had kind of a bit of an injury issue. Fraser Forster unfortunately got himself injured again. So unfortunately we haven't got Fraser Forster now for 2 to 3 weeks, which is disappointing going into a big important match against Roma. I expected to have him available, but well, it's a football, you never know what's going to happen, and unfortunately injuries happen, and that leads us up to today's game, which is up against Roma, who are currently 4th in Serie A. They are missing, however, Alexander Kolarov, who is unregistered for today's game. They're also missing Kolesnik, who is on loan from Arsenal. He is also unregistered for the game itself. But it doesn't matter because they are a very strong team, and this is going to be a very tough game to go up against. So this is how the league table looks as well, just in case you are interested. Yeah, it's not a Premier League episode, but we'll show you where we're at. Essentially, we are 3rd in the table right now, 3 points clear of Arsenal and only 5 points clear of Everton now as well, and then Man City are also catching up as well. So we've got to start getting back to winning ways in the league. As you can see, there's been a few drop points here and there, and if we want to keep our top 4 spot, we've got to make sure that we take advantage when we can. But on the plus side, the run-in actually isn't that bad. It's pretty respectable. Everton's going to be a tough game. Tottenham, Wolves, Watford, Swansea, Sunderland, Stoke, and then Manchester United. So it's an okay run-in. I think there's plenty of points to get there. Speaking of run-in, this will be my last ever recorded episode of Football Manager 2017. The last episode of the save will be a live stream, which will debut at about 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, UK time, or 12 o'clock if you're watching me in America on the East Coast, so 12 o'clock there. If you want in details, check out my main YouTube homepage and you'll see when that goes live. It'll be a live stream basically to run out the rest of the year and to give you guys a chance to ask any Q&A questions for me. Obviously, I've got a lot of new subscribers since the start of this series, so if you want to join the live stream, please come and hang out. It should be a fun last time. I'm probably going to do the last 5 games, so it'll be from like Watford onwards. Hopefully we'll have something to play for. We'll find out at the end of this episode, because right now we're still in the FA Cup, which is good. We're still playing for a Champions League spot, and obviously, but the Europa League, that'd be a fantastic way to finish my run on FM17. So without further ado, let's get into the game in hand. We're up against Roma. As we know, first and foremost, we're going to be playing at home against them, so we're looking to get a clean sheet first and foremost. Obviously, today we are missing Fraser Forster. That is a huge blow. But we do have Alex McCarthy. He's always deputised very solidly. Nothing spectacular, just very solid. Alexander Arnold's going to be on the right. Bruma's going to be on the centre alongside Denswell. No change there. And Emmanuel Mas will play left back. In midfield, we're going to go with Lamina today. A deep line playmaker, we're going to go with James Ward-Prowse as the ball in midfielder. We're going to go for Jordi Clasie, who has had a really nice, if not unspectacular, second half of the season. Advanced midfielder, Luan. Up top, Dembele. And, of course, Christian Benteke. So, on the bench for today's game, we're going to go, obviously, Figueras, Joe Gomez, Matty Target, Lucas Romero, Oriol Romeo, Højbjerg, and then we're going to go with Charlie Austin as well as the extra striker. So going into today's game, Roma are favourites naturally for this game. It's a very tough match. They have a number of players we've got to watch out for, especially Kevin Strootman in the middle of midfield. He is a spectacular talent. So let's get this game rolling. I have a lot of hopes. I have a lot of dreams. Let's not hope that this episode destroys all of them. All right, early challenge here, and Strootman's got himself a yellow card. That's a good way to start the game. A centre midfielder of the opposition team getting a yellow card. That means he's going to be under pressure to make sure his tackles are spot on for the remainder of the game. Here's an early chance from corner. Ward-Prowse whips it in, but it's cleared easily from Moreno. Here's Trent Alexander. Gets the ball back, lays it to Lamina on the edge of the area, and he scores. Mario Lamina, get in there. 10th goal of the season for him. Super Mario Lamina. I tell you what, he gets the ball in and around the edge of the area. He knows how to find the back of the net. I think most of the goals this season for him have come from that area. So he is very, very dangerous from a distance. Let's take another look at this replay if it ever decides it wants to load. Obviously, another assist for Trent Alexander-Arnold too. That's his 11th for the season. He's had a very, very good campaign. His first season at Southampton. That is a fantastic try from Lamina. Keeping no chance, and it's 1-0 to Southampton. Here's another corner. Let's see if we can make it 2. Ball's gone as far as Arnold. Alexander-Arnold to Bruma. Jeffrey Room and Jordi Classy to Luan. He's got space to turn. He finds Benteke. 2-0. I tell you what, this European job is far, far too easy, isn't it? Chris Benteke's 22nd goal of the season. Obviously, I'm speaking a little bit too soon. It's 20 minutes in the game here. But we are winning 2-0. Luan with a beautifully weighted ball, and Christian Benteke already proven that he was worth the money I spent for him. I'd spent a lot of money. Here's Jordi Classy. It's gone in. It's gone in, 3-0. And Jordi Classy gets his 2nd goal of the season. We are running riot against Roma. That is a tongue twister. Jordi Classy, surprised he took this one. James Ward-Prowse is on free kick duty. And that was a good free kick, though. Keeper almost got there. And it's 3-0. Unbelievably so. But, oh no, Lamina's picked up a knock. Of course, things are going far, far too well. Let's bring on Romero for Lamina, with the hope that it's not going to be too much of a serious injury. It's a foot injury. I'm hoping it'll be minor, maybe a knock. He was at 83%. Still, potential foot injury, nothing more to talk about there. Okay, so we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed he's going to be available for the second leg of today's game, because he's a very, very important player for us in the middle of the midfield. Okay, so halftime whistle went. Things are going very, very well, naturally. Obviously a sellout crowd. I'll go back to the game after I clicked off it by mistake. Sellout crowd, today's game, 1,600 travelling fans. That's a pretty decent number for Roma. Yeah, and things are going very well. Roma actually yet to have a shot on goal, believe it or not, which is good. Let's bring on Charlie Austin for Moussa Dembele. Let's keep some fresh legs up top. And let's also bring on Højbjerg for James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse is now onto the 60% mark, so I like to take him off. Players off around hit about the 60 mark. So let's bring in Højbjerg for that. It's a natural swap for swap. Nothing really has to change with those changes. Okay, so Roma had the first shot. It was a half chance. Apart from that, nothing we need to talk about. The second half's been pretty kind of a dull affair, hasn't it? Okay, come on, boys. 15 minutes left to go. If we win the first leg 3-0, it does set us up nicely for the second leg. Obviously, just avoiding the away goal is very, very important, and I fancy our chances going into the San Siro and maybe nicking a goal. Get rid of that. All right, so okay, so 30 seconds left in the game itself, and looks like we're going to hold on to our 3-0 victory. So excellent performance here at home against a very, very strong side in Roma. There's Moreno. Benteke, they go to Austin to make it 4, but Charlie Austin was offside despite him putting it in the back of the nets. So there you go, full-time whistle, house blown. It's going to be a 3-0 win over Roma. Absolutely amazing result. Very, very happy with that one. And we go into the second leg with a really, really strong advantage. So without further ado, what we'll do is we'll skip to the eve of that fixture, and I'll bring you back in case we get any important news. Alright, so actually bringing back a little early before the Roma game, we've got the FA Cup semi-final draw today. Let's see who we might be playing if we beat Watford. And we're going to be playing Leicester City. So MK Dons, believe it or not, made it through to the semi-final of the FA Cup. They play Chelsea at home. It's most likely going to be a Chelsea victory there. But that's a pretty good draw. Happy with that. As long as there's any other team apart from Chelsea, I'm pretty happy to go along with it. And also, there was actually the youth intake I completely forgot to mention. And boy, did we get a superstar for our youth intake this year. 15-year-old goalkeeper Ellis Hughes. This guy was touted by my assistant manager as a once-in-a-lifetime generation player, and honestly, on first impression, this kid is going to be something special. I'm just super disappointed that I'm not going to be playing this save long enough to see what kind of player he turns into, but that is a superb talent right there. Another prospect of from the Southampton Youth Academy kind of like factory line. We just seem to produce quality players, and Ellis Hughes is another one of those. We've got some more news. Charlie Austin is once again injured. I mean, he's permanently in the hospital, I think. Injured after turning sharply in training for a twisted ankle. He's going to be out 3 weeks, which means he will not be available for the second leg up against Roma. All right, so here we are at the beautiful city of Rome, playing away from home today. 3-0 up in the first leg, put us in a very, very strong position, which means we haven't got to chase the game. On the plus hand, Mare has not taken any sustained damage on his foot at all, so he is fit and ready to go, and of course will make a start today. So instead of Charlie Austin, Kuki will go onto the bench. He's been largely disappointing this season. I expected a much more bigger impact for him this season, and he's been pretty mundane at best. Now, I did make the error last time out of saying that we were going to be playing at the San Siro. Obviously, we're not going to be playing at the San Siro. We don't. Rome don't play games at San Siro unless they're playing AC or Inter Milan. So I made that myself look like a fool, really. So here we are at the Olimpico Stadium in Rome, not the San Siro, just to clarify that. So here we are, winning 3-0 away from home. Obviously, if we keep them out in the first half, or maybe we nick a goal for ourselves, that pretty much puts the game completely beyond doubt. And on the plus end, it looks like Kevin Strootman is in fact a little tired. He might actually be injured for today's game, but he's playing anyway. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, he has gone to grade out a little bit. So that's a very plus hand, because he's definitely the main threat in midfield. So if he's injured or not fit to go, that's a good thing for us. Here's James Ward-Prowse, whips it in. Cleared by Karsdorp, only as far as Lamina. Here's Luan at the edge of the area. That's a good block. Here's Lamina again. Gets the byline. That's another good defensive block there. Falls as far as James Ward-Prowse. He's got an early yellow card. Something you've got to be careful of. Here's Jeffrey Bruma to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Very steady play here. That's a great ball forward by Arnold. And the keeper went walkabouts, and Dembele noticed him off his line. He just kind of chipped it over him. I think it might have been with his head. Perhaps. Take another look at the highlight. We'll find out for sure. But the keeper kind of gave us that goal there. And that obviously put us in a very strong position now. Yep, Dembele just flicked it over the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper didn't have to come out. Dembele was going to have a tough time getting that ball down and getting a clean shot off. So that's kind of a gift from Rome there. Now 1-0 up with a goal, with the away goal, and 4-0 on aggregate. So excellent start to the game. Very, very happy how things are going. Not to mention there's also Alexander's, I think, 12th assist of the season now. He's just having a fantastic year, to be honest with you. Here's Dembele again, that's 2-0, and that's put pretty much any doubt of defeat now completely beyond doubt. So very, very happy. 2-0 up at Rome. Here's Luan, great through ball, a mistake from a defender. So Dembele, capitalising on two mistakes by Roma, has given us the very, very comfortable lead. And it looks like we're going to qualify to the next round of the Europa League without much of a challenge. Kind of surprising, honestly. I expected Roma to put a much, much tougher test than they have this far, but you know what, we'll take it. It's a very tough fixture. We're making those changes now. We've got a couple of yellow cards out there. I'm going to take off James Ward-Prowse and replace him with Romeo. Just a bit more solid. I'm also going to have Kuki run out as well, because why not? Benteke's been a lot of football lately, so let's take him off, give him a bit of a rest. Alright, so let's get the second half on the way. Roma really have yet to test Alex McCarthy, which is good, because I don't want anyone to test Alex McCarthy. We know what Alex McCarthy is capable of. He's kind of average at best, and lucky enough they haven't really put us under any pressure at the back, so it's been pretty easy sailing. Smooth sailing, I should say. Here's Alexander-Arnold on the ball. Here's Luan. Luan always finding little pockets of space. He's a very, very good player at doing that. Here's maybe a chance for Roma. Be the first one over the two legs if they get a chance here. Here's Karsdorp, goes by Mass. He's going to get to that byline. He pulls it back. And that's a good finish there from Perotti. And that's one goal back for Roma. Now they have to score about 5 more to make the game interesting, because obviously we have that deficit with the away goal rule. That advantage with the away goal rule, having scored 2 goals here, and Roma didn't score at Southampton. Here's another chance. That's a good tackle from Lamina, but only as far as the goal scorer Perotti is going to pull the ball back, and that's a great header there from Nangolan. So that's 2-2. So, okay, so Roma are making a game of this. All right, so I'm starting to get a little nervous. Only a little nervous. Not nervous at all, really. 10 minutes left to go. Yeah, it's going to finish, I think, 2-2 here. We haven't really turned up in the second half. So from that perspective, that's disappointing to say that. But at least we hold out here. I mean, if someone asked me at the beginning of these 2 legs, would you take a 2-2 draw at Roma? I definitely would snap their hand off at that 2-2 result. So anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up the game then. It's just 10 more seconds left of added on time. Here's Romero taking a last-minute shot. Good save from the keeper, but Dembele was offside anyway. It wouldn't have counted. So, yep, no time for the goal kick. Sorry, the restart of play. And it's finished 2-2. So, obviously, very happy to qualify to the next round of the Europa League. Very, very comfortable victory in the end on aggregate. Let's see who else went through. Barcelona went through. That'd be a tough opposition. Galatasaray went through. Gelsenkirchen went through very, very comfortably. 7-0 on aggregate against CSKA Moscow. Originally, I wanted to play this team, but I'm starting to rethink that thought. They look a very strong side. Liverpool qualified barely 5-4 in aggregates and Olympiacos. Olympique Marseille qualified against Spartak Moscow despite a last-minute goal from Zé Luis to make things interesting. West Ham are knocked out, and so is Zenit St. Petersburg. Porto and Valencia go through in their spot. So with that in mind, we do actually have the draw, the quarterfinal draw tomorrow. So let's go ahead and see who we're playing. There we go. There it is. Quarterfinal draw. Okay. So, out of all teams remaining, who do we want to play here? We played Porto already, and they're a tough team. I still think we want to play Gelsenkirchen. Let's see who they have. Just out of interest, just to pique my interest. They have Bentalib. He's a very good midfielder. Goretzka. Honestly, I think I still want Gelsenkirchen. If we get Gelsenkirchen, I'll be happy. If we get Liverpool, we've had the number recently, I'll be pretty happy. Galatasaray, we'll take that as well. I mean, the key player is a goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper, but he's a key player. So we'll take either of those teams. Liverpool, Gelsenkirchen, or Galatasaray. One of those teams would be nice. Let's do the automatic draw. Let's see if it takes too slow. Valencia, we're going to play in Gelsenkirchen. All right, so we didn't get one of those teams we wanted. Liverpool are going to play Porto. Okay, so we didn't get Liverpool. Galatasaray are playing us. Okay, that's not a bad tie. I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. As long as we avoided Barcelona, I'm happy about that. Barcelona, the only team that I didn't really want to play. So that's not a bad. That's not a bad leg there. Not a bad draw at all. All right, so with that in mind, I'm still going to make the last episode for this series a live stream, and I will do that on Wednesday about 5 o'clock p.m. in the UK, or 12 o'clock if you're on the East Coast in the US, or if you're watching on the West Coast of the US, be about 9 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, yeah, you can Google that stuff to find out what time I start. But anyway, details are on my homepage. Go check it out. If you want to come join the stream, please do so. It should be a fun, interactive environment. I'll be answering questions you guys have. I also will be fun to interact with you, the subscribers out there too, on a more kind of like fun, fluid base. Because obviously it's great to hear your comments. I like to respond to them when I can, but it's good to see you guys in a live stream kind of environment. Anyway, so with that being said, originally I was going to do the last 5 games of the season, but instead I'm going to pick up the stream away at Galatasaray. We'll start the stream then, and then we'll play through the rest of the year, no matter how long it takes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, remember to drop a like on it. And if you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe, hit those notifications on. And you know what? I just realized this is my last ever Football Manager 2017 video. Crazy stuff indeed. I've only been doing this really for 3 months now. It's felt like a decade. But anyway, Football Manager 2018 next kind of recorded video. Wow, that's kind of crazy. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the series, and I'll see you all at the live stream on Wednesday. Bye everyone. Goodbye.